What's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? I think this should be on, so we should be all good to go. Oh, that's good. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna keep this video short and sweet. Um, the bottom line is the only person that can contribute to your success and make you successful is you, right? Everyone knows this, right? I'm just another guy on YouTube telling you what you already know, right? Okay, so I want to preface this, right? So listen, a lot of you guys are waiting on someone to help you, someone to come provide you with something, someone to come show you a path, whatever the case is. But guess what? I think it's a little bit more than that, right? I think it's a little bit more than that based on my experiences in general, right? So a lot of people don't understand that. Have you guys heard the saying, you can lead a camel to the water, but the camel has to drink the water? This applies to real life. I see a lot of people that I met in my day-to-day life over time that complain about where they are. They get complacent. They're like, "Oh my gosh, I don't like how much this job is paying me. Oh, I don't like the hours they're providing me. I don't like when they're doing this." But they're too scared to do something out of their comfort zone because they're complacent, right? Comfortability kills success, y'all. You have to understand this, right? So I knew this one guy, right? He had he was complaining to me, like I think I worked with him. I don't want to say any names, whatever. I've worked a lot of different jobs, you guys, but I was working with this person, and they were pretty much telling me, look, I at one point I was working two jobs, you know what I mean? So I had another job that was paying me way more. Considered the job I was at that time just a second job, right? But this person was like, "Oh, I don't like how much they're paying us. I don't like this. I don't like my hours. I don't really like this." And I'm gonna tell you guys this, not only this example, but there's been many times where I put people in position to do better and get better for themselves, but they just didn't want it bad enough because they were too comfortable, right? So I remember this guy, he was telling me that. I was like, okay, well, look, I can put you on with this job over here because I'm really cool with the manager. I'm close with him. Whoop de whoop. Here's the number. Here's the location. Here's the place. Here's who you talk to. They'll get you on. You'll make more. They never follow through, right? And this is the problem here, bro. Because they'll say, I remember this person was like, oh, they'll be like, oh, well, you know what, Jim and Bob treat me well, and because of that, I've been working here for 2 3 years, 4 years, and it's like, well, is that doing it for you? Is that meeting all your requirements or your needs? Because you need to want better for yourself, and that's the thing. People don't want better for themselves. They don't want to change. They just want to sit there and complain. And here's my thing: if you're complacent, then you have no place to complain. That is a crazy combination to me. I can't understand how people are like, oh, I'm going to be complacent and then complain about where I'm at the same time. But you did nothing to change the outcome of where you're at. You did nothing to change the outcome of how much money you make. You did nothing to change your body. You said you was going to go to the gym. You didn't go to the gym, right? I've literally put people in position. I said, hey, reach out to this person. Talk to this person. Here's the number to this person. Talk to them. They'll get you on. You're good to go. I got you. And they still didn't do it. But then they'll turn around and complain, oh my gosh, I'm not making enough. I got blah, blah, blah. This is the thing. People will have a family and say, just because they're comfortable where they're at, they're going to pass up on something just because they don't want to do a little bit more work, or just because they're too complacent to step outside of their comfort zone. That's crazy. And a lot of people don't know, 9 times out of 10, if you step outside of your comfort zone, what you perceive to be your comfort zone, it's really not that much more difficult. It's almost never more difficult. You just don't have the bandwidth to socialize with new people, to do different things. And that's where mediocrity comes in. That's where comfortability comes in. And that's where all your success comes in. If you want to be average, continue to be average. You know what I mean? Because the thing is, you can only do so much for certain people, right? You know what I mean? People don't understand. Like, I have people say, oh, I want to go to the gym with you. I want to go to the gym with you. I want to get right. You know what I mean? Because, I be in the gym. I be getting my gains in, right? And I got more coming for you on those videos, right? If you're not focused on how you look, your perfection, your body, all this stuff goes into it. These things are going to affect you negatively, right? But I realized a long time ago that people will ask you something just to hear you say it back, and I don't even get offended or disrespected by it at this point. I don't even care at this point. I just keep it short and sweet because I know already if someone's serious or not. Like, you're hitting me up asking me, oh, how do I do this? How do I do that? But you don't follow through. I already know your character, right? Right. So at the end of the day, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh, you can do this, do that. If I gave you the blueprint once and you didn't take it, then I already know your character. You know what I mean? People will like be like, oh, I can't make it to the gym. I'm still gonna go to the gym. They'll see me going to the gym and be like, oh man, you doing good. How you do this? How you do that? I'll even sit here and say, hey, you can come with me to the gym if you want to. Oh, I can't make it. You know, I had this one person tell me he's not going to go to the gym because his girlfriend usually goes to the gym with him, and his girlfriend's not going to the gym with him that day, so he's not going to go. Yo, fellas, you have to understand this. Men and women, right? But specifically, I'm talking to the men right now because these are who I've dealt with, I've interacted with a lot. If you don't put any drive into yourself, no one's gonna do it for you, bro. You are the only determiner of your success. Only you can determine your success. No one else can determine your success except for you. You're sitting here waiting. I'm supposed to go with some friends this day. I'm supposed to go with this friends. Bro, at the end of the day, you're the only one who's going to look sloppy at the end of the day because, I'm not going to go to the gym. How are you going to be a leader, bro, if you can't do these things by yourself without anyone else behind you? You can't be a leader. So you want your girlfriend to look to you like, oh my gosh, I can follow his lead. They're not going to follow your lead. They're not going to think of you as a leader because you don't do anything, for one, without moving to the beat of someone else's sound, or because you don't have people around you to help you do something. Only you can do it. You have to be the example, bro. You have to be the example. And that's the thing. People don't understand, like, once you start doing things without regard of how anyone else feels, that's when you start seeing the most difference in your life. That's when you start seeing people treat you with more respect. That's when you start seeing more money. That's when you start seeing a change in everything that you're doing. Is when you start doing things for yourself and stop worrying about other people doing it. You know what I mean? It's simple. Like I said, I don't care if I'm supposed to go to the gym with someone, they don't go, I'm still gonna go. They're gonna see that. That's that. And a lot of men, you lose value when you get too comfortable. So at the end of the day, people, it doesn't matter if you give someone the handout, the blueprint. Like I said, I've given many people the blueprint. I gave many people the handout. I gave many people opportunities, and they didn't take it because they were too comfortable. Comfortability will kill your success. That's all I have to say, guys.